Well, my final year of university has begun, which means I better make effective time of whatever smidges of time I have. And I had some time tonight, do some late night chilling. So let's do a little bit of late night chilling with some Fire Emblem Blazing Blade. I've been making some good progress on some other things recently. This last weekend before the semester started, managed to beat both Detective Pikachu and the final DLC of Mario Plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope being Rayman and the Phantom Show. So the only big things I have still on the game queue right now before a bunch of stuff gets added here coming up is this and Pikmin 4 if I decide to 100% it after all, but you know, I've already beaten that. So this is my bigger priority. But yeah, hello Fox Cyber. Yeah, final university year. Not my choice, by the way, my university's choice, because they got a little bit tired of me taking too long because I was taking so many different fun things. Like, I wanted to do a double minor, and they were like, no, you can't do that. Just do one minor. Stop taking classes in history. You can't do that as a minor, too. I was like, man, you what? And doing, like, work and stuff on the side, and they were like, oh, you're taking too long. Graduate this year or else. So, it's been a little bit of a pain, but I'll have some stories to tell as we get into the next chapter here. But yeah, hello, Lionheart. I've been a lot better today. My whole university schedule and everything has been absolutely insane, but it seems like there is definitely a bigger glimmer of hope as of today. Anyway, I'll start with this chapter, and then I'll probably tell some tales after you're a little bit into this chapter and stuff, assuming it doesn't distract me too much from playing Fire Emblem and stuff like that. But yeah, I wish I had scholarships, I don't. Apparently there's just like a time limit on just straight up Bachelor of Science. I'm in year 7 is the case. I'm usually doing like 3 classes this semester because I'm balancing doing like work and other projects on the side, and you know, I wanted to take my time to make sure that I was getting the classes that I wanted to get, like the stuff that pertains to the gaming industry and all that. Now I'm just taking whatever I can get. Whoops. It's pretty much the case. After receiving aid from Queen Helen, Hector rushes to the sealed shrine. Are we gonna do the all-important chapter now? The secret road they follow is known only to the royal family. They pass burned soldiers unnoticed and unhindered. They approach the castle. Okay. We're doing a little bit of Fire Emblem stuffs tonight. And I was not initially planning on doing Fire Emblem stuffs tonight or even having the time to stream tonight, but there have been some... What the heck is with this brightness? Oh, there we go. Some adjustments to my schedule that make this possible now. I've been waiting. And now, at last, the time to bring you down is here. The fangs let none escape. Lord Lloyd, the enemy draws near. So they're finally here. Our opponents are strong. If anyone here is afraid to die, leave now. For the Reed brothers, Fang must not fear dying. That sentence just seemed weird in my head. We're all with you. Lord Lloyd, do us the honor of leading us till the end. I shall. In the name of the Fang. We will stop them, though it may cost us our very lives. Go. My memories tell me this chapter is hard. I appreciate the follow there, Clive judgment. I can see it. That's a shrine of seals. This is strange. We made it so far without seeing a single soul. I'm afraid that's no longer the case. What? They're out for blood. Who could they be? A bunch of Myrmidons. They're not promoted though, so... You're Lord Ellenwood of House Fairy, correct? And if I am? We are the Fang, and we serve the White Wolf, Lloyd. You will atone for your sins with blood. Then pay with your blood. What? Apparently they actually brought back that voice actor from Elder Scrolls Oblivion for Starfield, which is amazing. It's the Black Fang. They're all fangs. They're alive. Wait. What? What is it? They're battle lust. It's not normal. Get too close. They'll tear you apart. Why? Why do we have to fight? If we talk to them, they'll see. We are no longer fangs. No, we serve Nurgle. We were never fangs. To them, we were never companions. Never. No, that's not true. That man mentioned Lloyd. Lloyd must be here. I need to talk to him. Lloyd will understand. I won't give up so easily. I'm not bringing Nino in this battle now. But yeah. Yeah, I assume the voice actor for Ferdinand that you're talking about, it's such a shame that, you know, he passed away at such an early age there. Really crazy that stuff like that happens. Absolutely legendary voice actor. I'm gonna have a quick look at that, this guide that I use here. Oh yeah! I just read, like, the boots from the last chapter, so I was like, I should give that to someone. It probably doesn't matter too much right now. So we're on chapter 29, Cog of Destiny. Let's see here. Apparently there's a village where I can get a warp staff. Recruit Vida. She will appear with 2 other Wyvern Rider units as enemy units from the bottom right corner of the map. I don't actually know when she appears. All the times you play this map, she appeared at different times. It's normally been around turn 6 to 8 for you. I think it's when she has something to do with when you are on the map and how many enemy units you have killed. Get Hector to talk with her to recruit her. Okay. Let's see here. Bring along a restore staff and physics staves. Add any silent staves too, just for the units that start on the map at the beginning of the chapter. Count with 3 sleep staves, 2 silent staves, and 2 berserk staves, and plenty of eclipse purge and bolting tomes. So this might be a good time to use silence, huh? Be very careful on approaching the boss there. Village will give you a warp staff. Yada yada. Wait, which one you have as a boss depends which one you fought in chapter 24. Both of them are carrying an iron rune you can't steal. I don't even know what an iron rune is. If you go near that area, all the Valkyrie enemies will approach and start casting berserk sleep silence spells. Oh, good. Valkyrie reinforcements will appear in 5s on the bottom right corner of the map and will continue appearing for 4 or 5 turns. They're all carrying physics staves and will use them on each other. Oh, one time they didn't appear until around turn 30, but then you play the chapter again and wait until turn 30 and they didn't appear. Oh. Okay, thanks for the fun tips here. Wait, did I get a, hold on. Whoa, wait. Let me see here. Put away a whole bunch of this stuff. And then I am going to go ahead and yoink the thingamabob. Yeah, so what is this one? No, I want to see your items, darn you. Increases the critical hit percent for a turn, allies attack for a turn, allies defenses for a turn. Okay. Hold on. That means I can get rid of all your stuff now. I'm gonna run out of convoy space here again. Yeah, I do have the Fell contract, which means that I can promote Matthew, but I don't really have any need to right now, so I won't. You know, I'll only do it if I need to bring him in a map, and I know for sure there's nothing that I still need to steal for the rest of the playthrough, you know. Let's see here. Yeah, I can grab one of those, even though I'm not bringing you here right now. I have this blue gem. I will take a short bow. Here. No. Give me that. Yeah, I do wish I had some more iron bows. What else can I grab here? There's this iron axe. So, hold on. Yeah, you're at A in axes. You can't do any more work in swords. Sane, he could use some more axe work as well, but like, this is the only other thing that Raven can make progress in, so let's do that. If you need to work at like some spicier axes, then so be it, I guess. Here, take this. I don't know. Okay. So, yeah, I have Physic and Restore there, along with Heal. I have Restore, Heal. I can use some of that Thunder Tome if need be. I have a whole bunch of stuff there. There is this other Physic. I do have a Silence, actually. I was about to say I do not have a Silence, but I do. It was a lie. Yeah. Maybe. Just maybe here. So, what is this one that I got? Just really powerful, I guess? Yeah. Interesting, so I can hold on to it in case I need it. Can't use any spicier stabs there. But yeah, and no, I don't have any plans on doing that. I have lately actually started recording my Fire Emblem Engage spreadsheet though. Like, but it started getting late and I had to be up at a decent hour, so I got like halfway through recording it, which was like a couple hours. And then I'll resume it like maybe during the day tomorrow or something like that. I don't need the unlock. Yeah, I'll probably go through a decent bit of flux though, so I can always do this or something for now then. So I am working on another video for Fire Emblem Engage with my spreadsheet there and all that. Can you give your axes to someone else and then just focus on bows? If only I had more bows. I do have that short bow. But like, you know. Yeah, you'll probably dig into that steel bow a decent bit. And that'll be fine. Let me just do that. Okay. And yeah, we're working at lances and stuff here. Okay. So, hold on, let's have a look at the map. And there's gonna be a whole bunch of Valkyries and stuff. Alright, I can bring my flyer here. Do I need to? Is there gonna be anyone that actually tries to grab it? Because my flyer is like my highest level character now. What the heck is an iron rune? Device that negates enemy critical attacks. Oh, apparently I'll get it for defeating you. If it's green. Huh, interesting. This might be a good map for several mages. Let's definitely bring you guys. Yeah, probably won't bring you unless I have to. Lynn, sure. And Raven's just overall really strong. I could do like this, and then either Ninian or Fiora, and then we're actually pretty good, I would say. Still work at swords. So yeah, my units that I'm able to bring is actually pretty good. Just to be safe, it might not be a bad idea, though. You know. Let's see here. So... just maybe do this and work at swords, and, you know, you're really dang strong at this point. What is the B999, W99, and L1? I don't actually know what these mean. Alright, well, let's see here. So... yeah, maybe have Elwood rush up and delete one of those guys, and then Fiora can rush on down over there. I can always shove Lucius there, and he can just wreck all these guys. Yeah, have some higher movement ones at the back. I don't know. I'll figure it out here. Yes, deploy the tactical merchant. Alright. Sure, we can leave it on for now. So let's see here. Is this a new theme that we haven't heard before? Yeah, let's go ahead and give this a go. So, in terms of university craziness, the university initially wanted to cut me off, dang it, at this fall semester. Because they're like, oh, you're taking too long. Here's a time limit that, you know, we didn't disclose to you before this point. So, they really want me to try and graduate before, like, basically before next year. They want me to be finished off in 2023. But I spoke to an advisor and was like, hey, it's straight impossible for me to graduate with everything that I need by this semester. So they were like, okay, we'll let you take at most 3 classes in the winter 2024 semester of January to April. Try your best to finish things up. So this past summer, I've been, you know, in a little bit of a frenzy here trying to get everything in that I need. So the things that I needed were 2 higher level computing science classes, 1 higher level earth and atmospheric science class for my minor there. And then my game design certificate, I was still a little bit behind on. In that program, there's like 1 beginning class, Then you need to take 4 intermediate classes from 7 options, and then the final class. And I had taken the first one and 2 of the intermediate ones. I still needed 2 left. I managed to enroll into one for this coming semester, and that was it. Like, that was all that I could get for this whole upcoming school year in general. None of the other ones were available, and the ones that were, you know, like, filled up way too fast and I couldn't register. But I was able to fill out an alternate course request form. Let's see here. Sure, I'll do that. Which is basically a request for, hey, can one of these classes that I've taken count as one of the intermediate ones instead? Like, it relates to gaming enough. Here's my case that I make on it. So hopefully this alternate course request gets accepted, but we shall see. Yeah, so I can just chill here then. And how it went was, I had some specific plans for what courses I wanted to take in the, like, throughout my university years. I wanted to take a lot of ones related to gaming stuff, but, you know, now I kind of can't because I don't really have the time to. Hello, Casper. How's it going today? What's up is not much apart from university craziness, so I'm telling the tall tale here right now. Oh, that guy might actually go after the village, but I'll get there first. So anyway, the classes that I planned on taking throughout university, those are the ones that I was taking the prerequisites for and all that to prepare for. But now I don't have the time to take them anymore. And basically all the higher level computing science classes are ones that I don't have prerequisites for, and I was in a little bit of a tricky position. So for months now, have been emailing a lot of professors being like, hey, I know I don't have the prereqs, but can I enter your class? Hey, can I enter your class? Hey, can I enter your class? All sorts of stuff there. But yeah, that's what it usually is for my program, where it's like 120 credits. I'm at like, oh my goodness, the crit. I'm at like 135-ish or something like that, and that's probably why the university is cutting me off, being like, you're taking too long. How do you have so many credits and you're not graduated yet? I'm taking so many other fun things, is why. Don't know why they don't want me to give them money anymore, is the case. But yeah, I don't really want to disclose what university that I'm going to because, you know, I don't want to dox myself here, you know. It's not exactly my intention. Oh, nice saying. But yeah, so I have emailed a lot of professors and a whole lot of the, oh, that's just Purge. I thought you were gonna, like, berserk me or something like that. Okay, that's not that bad. So, one of the classes that used to be part of the game design certificate and I knew I wanted to take, was one on 3D modeling and animation that I didn't have the prerequisites for. And I emailed the professor about that and was going back and forth, and I was like, you know I don't have the prerequisites, but I'll work really hard to see this class through if you give me the chance. And the professor of the class just kept on assuring me, like, yeah, if you haven't taken the prerequisites for this class, then you really don't want to go into it. And he kind of, you know, wasn't all that interested in seeing about putting me in there. But the faculty got back to me and was like, yeah, you're in it. We enrolled you. Here you go. Oh, nice crit. So it's like, okay, I guess I'm in now, and I'll try to study a whole bunch of 3D modeling and animation stuff before the winter semester starts here. Oh, I can load up on, like, some gems and stuff, and there's thingamabobs that I can buy here. I should shop this map. That's probably a good idea. Yeah! Oh, and I can get more iron axes and iron bows! Oh! Hopefully it's one of those maps where I can just take my time, like the boss isn't gonna rush me down or anything like that. I have to defeat everyone, so I assume that's something like that. So yeah, it seems like the prerequisites is stuff related to digital image processing, and it's like, hey, I already have some experience with, like, you know, editing and images and stuff like that from the stuff that I do for my channel, so let's just study it even more. And maybe I'll be good. Maybe that'll be nice, I don't know. Hopefully. Yeah, so maybe I don't have to dig too much into my bows right now. I can go shopping there later. I can just kind of do this for now. And, my truck needs a new glove box, and I was planning on taking the old one, like, you know, jotting out its dimensions and 3D printing a new one. But I was planning on just getting my cousin's help for that. But now it's like, huh, I should probably do it myself as like a self-assigned task to like prepare me for this. So anyway, managed to snag that class. There was one that was made available that I had the prereqs for that I snagged. And I was like, oh, sweet. Now, like, I'm guaranteed to graduate. We good. But, here, should I just, like, shove Lucius here and then he'll wreck everyone? But, small problem is the, final class of the game design certificate just so happens to be at the exact same time as that, one other higher level computing science class that I enrolled in. Which means that, you know, I can take one or the other, but not both. Assuming I even get accepted in. So, it's like, huh. I can get my certificate or my bachelor's, but not both. And I would prioritize the bachelor's there. I really don't want to, you know, I don't want to trash this certificate after working at it for so many years. So, you know, I've been emailing a lot of professors being like, continue to be like, hey, can I get your class? Hey, can I get your class? Hey, can I get your class? One of the ones that I saw listed that I might be able to do is this one that's literally just a one-on-one study with a professor and a student. So I emailed the professors for that being like, hey, can I do a study with you? I don't care what it is. Like, I'll do anything. Like, I'm down. I'll put in the work. I want to get this done. And didn't really get much of a response from there. And I have watch listed a whole bunch of classes that I do have like the prerequisites for just in case someone drops it and I can enroll. But my goodness, I swear, the moment one of those classes goes available, like everyone is so dang lightning fast. Like my goodness, it's like when a new line of amiibos comes out or something like that and scalpers just rush out there immediately. Like you're refreshing the pages, just like sold out immediately. It's like that except for university classes. I'm trying to actually finish my program and stuff. So probably about 4 times now I've seen a class on my watch list go available and I've immediately tried to enroll in it and then it's like the class is full and it's like, man, what the heck? And earlier today I got home and there was another class that had that happen for it. And so I immediately went on my phone, like, let's go to enroll, like log in, like get all the photos with stairs for the stupid authenticator, like stairs, come on. Just rushing as fast as I could. I went to enroll and it was like an error occurred. Please try again. I was like, what? No. And I tried again and it gave me an error and said class not enrolled. But the error was you can't enroll in this class because you're already enrolled in this class. And I was like, wait, what? And I checked my schedule and when it gave me the error, please miss, it actually enrolled me in it. So I'm feeling pretty good today. Please miss. Maybe I should just leave Lucius up there to clean up and then they can waste their uses on him or something or other. I'll have to put up some other healer to support him there. Okay, please miss. Ow. So that means if I get accepted into the final class of this certificate, I can finish both my bachelor's and my certificate successfully in this next year after all and not have to trash anything. So that's pretty sweet, but I'm still waiting on the results of who they're choosing to like let into the certificate thingamabob. Gosh dang it. Well, I can do this. In fact, I think I will, as a matter of fact. So it seems like some announcements have been going out about those that are chosen to go into this final class here. And I got an email earlier today that was like, oh, you don't actually have all the classes before this point done since you're supposed to do that class as the final one. Like, what classes do you expect to have done by January next year? And I respond to that being like, yeah, this is my situation, which I've gone over with the head of the certificate program before. You know, this is how things are looking like. And the head of the certificate program responds to me saying like, oh yeah, we're well aware of your situation. You just got caught up in the bulk email that went out to everyone that didn't have everything before that. I'm chatting it out with some other people here and I'll let you know soon. So that was earlier today. And I hope that, like, hopefully by tomorrow I'll be able to hear about it. Because, like, you know, I will have to trash my plans of getting this certificate after all if I don't get into it. Because I need both that class, I need them to accept my alternate course request. And then I can get the certificate in computer game development. But we'll see. We'll see here. I just wanted to make sure that the combat forecast was good here, but like, I guess I can't really check there. Here, let's do this. But you know, they are well aware of my situation. I hope that they'll be like, you know, this is your last year that you can do this. Like, I can't even finish off this certificate later. It needs to be done as part of a graduate program. Is the case. Here, let's do this then, I guess. Nice crit. So hopefully they'll just be like, yeah, here you go. You can finish things off. Here's hoping. So, yeah, we'll see what comes of things. Let's have this stupid. There's the berserk one. There's a sleep one that, okay, was over here, I guess. Yeah, maybe I should dip back with some of my other units here. That's maybe what I should do. Here, I'll do this. And then maybe Lucius and Canas can just, like, clean up there. Or maybe just Lucius on his own, and maybe I can physic him. Something like that, you know. Maybe what I can do. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see here. But yeah, let's just chill back here. How about? Oh yeah, and I gotta do this. Yeah, let's go ahead and visit. Ah, you. Huh? Go. I saw nothing. I met with no one. Wait. Take this staff. Thank you. For Prince Zephiel. No problem, man. Yeah, I'll send that to Merlinus. I'll chill here. Seems good to me. So yeah, I was also taking a class this semester that served no purpose in terms of like needing the credits in it for my degree or anything like that. Just one that I thought might be helpful as a prerequisite for some higher level computing science classes, which despite the fact that all the upcoming higher level computing science classes that had seats available in them did need this one class that I was taking as a prerequisite. It also needed other things that I didn't have, so even if I completed this one, it might not have mattered anyway, unless I took other additional things. So unless I took 2 classes that I didn't need, apart from getting into some other unrelated class. So I kind of really hoped that I wouldn't have to take it along with other things, and it turns out I don't, and that's why I have some time tonight, because I was able to drop that, class. So 3 classes this semester, 1 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that was that one, and then a couple on Tuesday, Thursday. And with a lab on Wednesday. But now that I don't need that one with just as prerequisites and stuff, since I managed to enroll in a couple classes regardless, I don't need it anymore. So I'm really glad that I don't have to do, you know, additional semesters classwork of stuff and pay an additional over $1,000. Tuition prices went up. It's ridiculous. On something that I don't need. So, yeah, it's Thursday night right now, and I have time because I can sleep in tomorrow because I don't need to go in. So, you know, I'm feeling pretty good tonight. So I was like, yeah, let's stream some Blazing Blade. I have time for things. Please miss. Ow. Whatever. But yeah, so I'd say I'm in a pretty good mood tonight. So that's pretty nice. I am still a little bit stressed out about tomorrow, though, because tomorrow I'm going to be going into Black Belt retesting for Taekwondo, where I'm going to be reattempting my breaking for 3rd degree Black Belt for the who knows how many times. That was pretty dumb of you. I think you're gonna die now. Where I need to break a stack of 6 boards put together, which closest I've ever gotten was 5 out of 6, which is like, how is that even possible? Usually you get all of them, none of them, or the back 1 to 2. There's very rarely any in between. But somehow I got 5 out of 6 the last time I attempted just the exact amount of power to break that many, I guess. So, it's been a while since I've been training. I've been busy with a lot of things. The entire past month of August, I was away for most of it. You know? Please miss. Gosh dang it. These mages hit hard. Even on my mages. Surprising to see. Like, I was gone for basically the entire month of August, and then before that my training was kind of on and off, So I'm trying to commit to training at least once per week lately. I've been committing to. And there's black belt retesting coming up, and it's like, oh, I've only trained in 2 classes up to this point, but I'm probably gonna go in there and reattempt the most difficult physical challenge of my life again anyway, even though I'm probably a little bit out of shape. And we'll see how it goes. Please miss. Are you shitting me? Wow, okay. Huh, okay. But yeah, maybe tonight I'll do one of my most difficult Fire Emblem tools first. It'll balance itself out here. Yeah, you can't do any damage back. 13. Maybe now's the time to be using the Thunder. Let's give it a go. Oh, the crit. Bam. Now's the time to use the Thunder. All right. Okay, keep on using the Lance. Getting Lance experience here. Nice. Good job, Ellawood. I just realized, if I want to do any shopping this chapter, my convoy is almost full. I can still manage it. I just need to sell a bunch of crap. That's all I'm gonna have to do. Huh. Stop being so crazy, you maniac. There we go. Please be a good level up. So what? He would have only gotten a +1 in magic and he got nothing. Wow. That's really sad. That is really saddening. Alright, let's do that. Huh. Okay, well. This might be the time to use this. It might just be the time. Toss that axe. Nice. Please. Actually level up, unlike Lucius. Well, he did what I asked him to, I guess. But yeah, hoping to do something in the gaming industry. But worst case scenario, by, you know, graduating with a major in computing science. Worst case scenario, everyone's always looking for computer people. So hopefully, won't be too crazy to find a job, but we'll see. We'll see here. Let's start going around. But would love to work somewhere in the gaming industry. Hey, Jesse, you feeling okay? So yeah. Wasn't planning on graduating this upcoming year, but it seems I have to. And now I'm on track to doing so. Just hope I get into the final certificate class. Here's hoping. One can certainly hope. I was fully expecting that to land too, not gonna lie. I honestly fully expected it. More EXP. Yeah, this is gonna be, a little bit of a crazy map, isn't it? I believe they're landing these. I can't believe you've done this. Alright, there go those guys. Trying to be on track to graduate a semester early. Scholarships also forced you into it. It's another situation where it's like, gotta do it earlier than expected. But hey, at least then stuff is done. Wow, if only you could have one-shot. You know. I'll be through with my university program here pretty soon. So at least there's that. In my current game design class that I'm in this semester, there's various lessons that go on each week pertaining to something different when it comes to games, and we have to write a few reports throughout the course, and they can be related to you know, several lessons from around that time. And for these reports, they need to be on games that relate to that particular lesson. And the professor has listed a few class options, a few game options that fit the bill for those various lessons. Or you can just request, like, hey, I think this game fits for that. Can I do my report on this? But I've been looking at the list, and there's actually quite a few short games that I was planning on eventually covering on this channel anyway. So my game queue might be getting a little bit crazier here in the near future, because there's things that, one, I wanted to play anyway, and two, I can write a report on. So, like, the 24-hour charity stream at the beginning of the year, this past May, for example, one of the games that I wanted to do was Firewatch, because I had heard good things about it, and I wanted to try it out. But we didn't have the time during that stream after all. My other things ended up taking a bit longer than expected, so we didn't end up, you know, playing Firewatch. But that's apparently one of the immediate first things that you can do for, like, the first lesson in this class for the category of games as art. So it's like, oh, okay. So we might be doing Firewatch this weekend. I don't really know much about it, but I already own it since I was planning on playing it back then. So yeah. Might end up playing some Firewatch up here, and there might be a whole bunch of, like, little short games that we play on the channel throughout the coming months. Because I want to write reports on them and stuff. So, I'm not doing a whole lot of damage, am I? So yeah. So we shall see. As part of the reason why I also, please miss, want to do some Blazing Blade tonight. Dang it, what is with their accuracy? I want to do some Blazing Blade tonight because I want to get through things here because my game schedule, I already know is going to get crazy with all the new releases coming out here, coming up. But it seems like it might be getting even crazier. Okay. How about we just shove Fiora in here? They can't do any damage. But yeah. Yeah, Okami's actually listed for another one as well. And that would be another viable option for art, like in quite the literal sense with Okami as well, is another way that you could interpret it. Is it bad that I wasn't a super big fan of Okami when I played through it though? I'd always heard great things about it, but I wasn't super big on it. Was the case, but I have done a full playthrough of it, and that is one of the things for one of the later lessons that is something that you can write on. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll refer to Okami or something then. Right on that there. Okay, but yeah. Need to replay it. Don't play the Switch version. It crashed on me a couple times. The brush just did not work. I don't know if that was just the way the game was or if it was just like Switch version things. What the heck was going on there? I wasn't a big enough fan of Okami to play Okami Den. So yeah, I won't. If I really liked Okami, then I would have, but as is, yeah. I don't think I will. We're better than the Wii for you. Maybe I just had real bad luck then or something. Here, we can kind of wall here or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. I should have healed Sane. Hold on. The powers of time or the laws of time are mine to control. Just pretend that didn't happen. Because yeah, you were the one that I killed here, so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, there'll probably be a whole bunch of games that I end up playing through there. I made there's a private Discord server that I use to just like send myself messages and keep track of stuff. And like send myself photos from like one device to another. And some of the channels that I keep in there are ones that help me keep track of like my game queue and what upcoming things I plan on doing. So I added like a new message to the bottom of that just listed, here's all the games and their corresponding lessons in this class of ones that I'd be interested in playing. So I have a little bit of an idea of what thingamabobs I might be playing for this class throughout the year. So we'll see here. We shall see. There's a good chance that I end up playing through a whole bunch of short games here. Some of the ones that are listed as options are longer ones as well. Like one of the ones that I saw for one was like Dragon Age Inquisition, and it's like, as much as I would love to, I do not have the time, you know? Wait, res 8, res 8. Res 9, but like... I just don't want Sane to get attacked too much, is all. Maybe he'll be baited by Raven over here or something. I don't know. There's a one specific dudo there. I heard the soul getting up to 990 XP. Yeah, but I'm so used to it now that I'm just like tuned out of it. Because that happens all the time in this game. It's like the developers want you to get to 990 XP all the time. I swear. No, my lightning broke. This is so many magic eyes. Holy crap. My goodness. Yeah, I think it was a good idea to bring Fiora. I was kind of hoping they'd land just for the memes here. I'm probably going to turn off combat animations from here. Please miss. Dang. Can't exactly eat another one of those. Magic! Nice miss. Wah! Yeah. Yeah, if Lucius can just, like, avoid all these long-range things, that'd be great. Your opinion on the goated air fryer? I don't understand the question, I'm sorry. Please miss. Nice. Sane, use sleep talk. I guess sleep talk would be like using a move while asleep. Please miss. I fully expected it to land, though. I'm really glad that it missed. Thank goodness for that. Okay. This is fine. And maybe I'll... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Oh, air fryers? I don't know. I've never used one. Oh my god. What kind of lunacy is this, man? Who decided this was okay? Like, what? Ooh. Give it a go. I was kind of hoping I'd just crit. Nice. Well, better late than never, I guess. Is that my sign to not turn off combat animations? There's too many guys. I'm turning this off. Okay, Lucius doesn't need a heal or anything right now. Okay. Shoot him! Pew! There we go. There's the level up. Man, speedy Bartray. I mean, not speedy per se, but just like, you know, a lot faster than he'd normally be. He's not necessarily fast, but for Bartray, he's fast, you know. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Ah, here we go. Please be good. Eh. The res will help me in this map, though. My god! Good lord, what is happening in there? Fiora will be fine. I'm sure she'll be okay, probably. Yeah. Let's go over here. Nice. Who needs mend? Who even needs it? And then have a bunch of units chill over here or something. Maybe. Oh yeah, Hector can't exactly take another bolting or whatever the heck he ate there. So let's just move out of the way. All right. Yeah, I definitely need Fiora this map, I would say. My goodness. Gonna need her to deal with things. And she should clean up over here pretty well. It seems like. Very nice. In terms of other stuff happening lately, I've been driving around my my 70-year-old truck a lot recently. As of recently, it's become my daily driver. Because the more I drive it, the easier it gets as, you know, parts start moving again for the first time in close to 20 years, you know? So, You know, like I was having a lot of issue with the gear shift at first. It's going really good now, though. Like, it just really needed to be broken in, it seems like, so that's nice. The only problem that I'm having right now is it's slightly leaking oil, which is apparently really common for old vehicles that haven't been driven in a long time, because the the gaskets, the rubbers separating the separating the engine block and the oil pan will get like old and cracked, and I'm gonna need to dip back and heal then, because those guys are actually a threat there. I don't actually know for sure what its gas mileage is here. It's not too bad, like it doesn't guzzle gas or anything like that. It's not, you know, amazing by any means, but you know, it's a old technology, so it's not gonna be too efficient, but it's a really small engine. Anyone that opens the hood, like it's just 6 cylinders in a straight line, you know. And whenever I open the hood and show anyone under there, always the first thing that people say is like, look how much space is here. Like, you open the hood of a modern vehicle and it's just like, here's stuff everywhere. Who knows where to begin? There's just like a bazillion things everywhere. But this is just like, if this is all of the like hood space, then it's just like a tiny little thing here. And then you have like some little thingamabobs on either side. And they're just like, whoa, you can actually like stick your arms in here. You can see the ground underneath. So the engine's a pretty tiny thing, you know. Its max speed is only 80 kilometers an hour or 50 miles per hour. So, you know, it's a geared low little engine that, you know, isn't actually too bad on gas. My car's a lot better on gas. My 2005 Pontiac Vibe is definitely a whole lot better on gas. But my 53 Fargo actually isn't too bad. It's better than you would think that it would be, at least. But it's not amazing. But, you know, when I had to take it to this little community, a bit outside the city, which was like a 40-minute drive away, avoiding highways, since it can't go that fast, to get a bunch of work on it done. It had to go back and forth there a few times, because I had to go there, drive around there to get a whole bunch of stuff done, like glass, the exhaust pipe, and the inspection stuff. Had to drive all the way back, drive around the city a decent bit. I had to go back when we were going for like Fragapalooza and stuff, and, you know, we were driving around a little bit there, and then back again, and then still got to drive around the city a little bit, and that was like what a full tank got me, you know. It wasn't too half bad. These guys are all like decently far now. I might be able to just like schmoove in here, and hold on. Yeah, get some axe experience where we can. There's axe I needed to work out, right? Not swords. Yeah. And then Ella good over here. Sure, give it a go. Okay, that's fine. I'll heal up my friendos there. But yeah, let's see here. Is Zelda Wind Waker in any of the categories for the class? It is not. Breath of the Wild is in one of the categories. Don't remember which. I can tell you if I look in this Discord channel where I compiled stuff. Let's see here. If I go to this games channel, which one was Breath of the Wild in? Interpreting games. Lesson 6. Yeah, the two ones I listed down there that I'd be interested in talking about are Breath of the Wild and Journey. I've heard good things about Journey, but I've never played it. But I'd like to. If I can. I don't know what platforms it's available on. But, you know, you can make a case for whatever game if you feel like, you know, it would be appropriate for that specific thing or Bob. But I wouldn't have the time to play Zelda Wind Waker here anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, and then we'll move in again here shortly. Yeah, Hector, you just chill over here. Yeah, apparently it's one of those, like, absolutely stellar, amazing experiences. And I was like, oh, I kind of want to try it out. That's what all the hubbub is about. See all the hoopla and all that. But yeah, anyway, as I'm telling stories throughout this map here, taking this truck around, it's really cool in the sense that I'm getting a whole lot more attention than I'm used to ever getting on the road. People look over and it's like, wow, you don't see something like that super commonly on the road. Like, even just driving home from my goodness gracious, what is happening? It can't go on forever though, surely. Okay, just like take out this guy because he was a threat to me. 44% chance to hit, huh? This is why we use the laws of time. Oh man, I drive a 1953 Fargo half-ton. Is the kind of truck that I have. I probably have some pictures from Frag around here. What's this one on my desktop? Is this just like my color tests and stuff? Oh no, this is from the show and shine that I went to. It looks like. If I open this photo, my computer's been acting slow lately because it's been waiting on update. Oh no, I shouldn't show this one because it has my name in the front there. My full name. Here. If I scroll up in photos, there might be one of the tent in the back from Fragapalooza. Oh, here's one at the show and shine stuff that I went to. Let's see here. If I turn on display capture, no. People keep on telling me that, but it's like, no, my truck's no Mater. I have nowhere near that much rust. Like, it's in pretty alright condition. Like, some of the paint is chipping off. You can't see that much of it in this photo. But, you know, this is my truck's no Mater here. It would need to be covered in rust to be that. Mine is not covered in rust. So, whenever people tell me that my truck looks like a Mater, I'm like, no, it's not that much of a rust bucket. So I've been driving that around a decent bit lately. But yeah, the Rusty's Mater, is that in one of the later car movies that I probably haven't seen? Did he have like all his rust removed or something like that? Is that what was going on there? Here, let's just chill here. I'll kill that guy next turn. Cars 2. Should I look this up? Cars 2. Rusty's. I don't even know how it's spelled. Rusty's? Mater? Hold on. No, not... Oh! Like that! I have seen this. It's been a long time. Or Rustless Mater. It's been a while, but I remember seeing this. Phantom, help us personalize your experience. What the heck? Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, this here. Make and model 1957 Holotal Hookem. Huh. So they actually list like a vehicle year there. I assume that this is like a fictitious, you know, thingamabob here. Get these ads out of here. But that is actually really close year then, because mine's a 53. So it would have been designed to look like around the same era. Would have been the case. Huh. Okay. I don't have big mirrors like that. I don't even have a mirror on the passenger side at all. I didn't even have a rear view mirror when I passed inspection because I didn't need one. Because it was manufactured without a mirror. Yeah. Interesting. No, there's no way that's a real brand. Hold on. Here, I'll click on this. Hello, Pixar Cars Wiki. Hello is a fictional hauling vehicle company, with only one exception being the Lugnutter sedan, very similar to Pablo Loco. So those are kind of fun names for vehicle things. But huh. Yeah, I don't know if I would ever do a color like this on mine though. Well, he's double wheeled in the back during that? Interesting. Huh. When I was at that show and shine, there was another Fargo that I saw that had some similar colors here. It was yellow and blue. Here's a picture of it. So like, this is a kind of lighter blue here, slightly darker there. Interesting, but I don't like the colors here. I'm not gonna make mine minion themed here like that. No interest in that. I'll repaint mine one day, but not like that. That made me think of that. But yeah, now I know that Mater's meant to look like a 57. So now I can say that my truck is older than Mater. That's cool. Next time that someone says mine looks like a Mater, I'm like, nah, mine's from an era before that. Not by much, but, you know, a little bit. I could just chill there, right? Anyone need some desperate heals over here? I mean, I can move Hector in. Is what I can do here. And maybe I'll do that here. But yeah, Mater's older brother. Yeah, maybe. If Mater's, if they were made in Canada. Because my vehicle model, Fargo, they were made in Canada. Sort of. It's complicated. Chrysler bought out both Dodge and Fargo in like the early 1900s. They were making them both in the States. Great Depression hit. They were like, oh, it's not feasible to keep both going, and Dodge has the better established reputation, so let's discontinue Fargo and keep Dodge going. But they were like, how about we keep on making Fargos for our international model? So they kept making Fargos in the States to ship out like to other places in the world, and it had a globe emblem, so it was very fitting for their international, like their export model. And they were shipping it out to other countries in the world, except for one, Canada. Canada made their own Fargos, so it's a Canadian truck there. If you get a Canada Fargo, chances are it was made in the country. I know that mine was. So I have the Canadian older mater there. But yeah, anyway, driving that around recently, it has been getting better and better, like as stuff is moving again. And it's been really interesting in the past couple weeks, the looks and stuff that I get from people sometimes. Most people don't care, but the few that do seem to be, seem to think that's really neat. Oh, come on! It's maybe because his stats are already so good. I can't make him even more broken. Like when I was coming back from my Omo's place earlier today, pulled into my neighborhood, I'm going past this elementary school, and it looks like there's this mom and her kid going by, and this young kid is looking over at me with just like complete slack-jawed, like you'd see in a cartoon or something like that, just like, whoa. So I tooted the horn a couple times there and, gave a smile and a wave. So it's cool to be able to do stuff like that. Yeah, let's see here. I have also learned that, people that are, really unsafe drivers do not exactly drive safer when they're nearby something that old. I wish they did, but they really don't, is another thing that I've learned. You are my bigger threat here. Come on. Okay. Hopefully we'll be A-okay there. Here's hoping. I can put Priscilla out here. They'll have an advantage, but I really don't think she'll care. Or I can even do this. Is what I can do. That might not be a bad idea. Nope, I don't need to do that. Let's see. And then I can do this, and then this. Some drivers have to take a driver license renewal test. Yeah. Like, what the heck? I was coming home from Fragapalooza, and I would have gotten into a collision if we hadn't redone the brakes on that thing this past winter. Like, I was avoiding the highway, so on the way back into the city, I was going through this one, like, kind of shopping mall-ish area. It wasn't a mall, but just, like, a common area where there's a whole bunch of stores and stuff like that. And, of course, it was from a Walmart parking lot that, I'm going down the road, and this one car's waiting to do a right. Did not at all wait for me to go past, just pulled right in front of me, and I had to slam on the brakes and honk the horn, and it's like, really? If I had not redone the brakes, if it was the old brake system of throw the anchor, that would have absolutely been a collision. Without a doubt. But nope, not a care in the world there, I guess. I think we're all fine here. Yeah, just wall with my magic user and have Fiora in there. But yeah. Or when I went out recently to get some mulch for my Hescap plants when I was making a Hescap garden, and I wanted to get some stuff from Michael's the craft store to actually mount this stuff that has been down for so long, like my whole thingamabob there, and my Mario stuff back there, and then my Evolution thingamabob that you only see the top corner of right there. Whenever I need to go places, I typically do it in my truck because, it gets easier and easier, and I'm breaking it and stuff. So in the parking lot at Michael's there was this one young couple that turned over and saw me, and the guy went like that for me to do the horn, so I did it. He was like, "Yeah, awesome." Or when I was pulling out there, trying to go home from this area and waiting to do a left turn, this car that pulls up behind me was these two ladies, and the one in the passenger seat pulls out her phone to record that such an old vehicle is on the road there. So, I smile and I give a bit of a wave out a back window. It's a cool feeling, I've never had that kind of experience before where people look at your vehicle and they're like, that's cool, Dang it. So, the fact that I've been working on this for like a year and a half now to be able to get it to the point where it can be driven around and, it's being taken notice of, nice. It's a nice feeling. It's warm in the heart there. So, just like EA claims people do with loot boxes, it fills me with a sense of, what was it, like, pride and accomplishment by by unlocking characters normally instead of using loot boxes. It was pride in something. I think it was pride and accomplishment. I don't remember exactly though. I'm fairly certain it was that. That's why I feel, but with no grinding in loot box ridden games necessary to achieve that. But yeah, let's see. As car would have caved more, newer cars after a certain year are designed to cave and to absorb shock from impact. Yeah, modern cars are designed to crunch for safety. Mine is a massive hunk of steel. Mine is a massive metal momentum machine. You know? So, you know, if I get in a collision with that thing, I win. You know, I might sustain serious injury myself, considering, you know, there's no crunch, there's no seat belts, there's no airbags, I have no power steering. It would have been manufactured without any signal lights or brake lights, both of which it luckily does have now. What else doesn't it have? It didn't have any mirrors on it either, and I passed inspection without a rear view mirror because it was manufactured without one, so it's not legally required. I have since gotten a rear view mirror because it's really important. But yeah, safety features, it doesn't really have any, really. You know, wasn't really a thing. It has some features for comfort, like a pilot house cab that was one of the big selling points of that model, where it's just like, here's a lot of space on the interior. Here, truck will hit, not specifically me. Yeah, not specifically me, but my vehicle will win in a collision there. You know, and it has a lot of dents in it, and it makes you wonder what caused this, what happened to it. What stories does it have to tell over the years from when it was an old farm truck in Saskatchewan? I am curious. Oh, nice, Lucius. Nice. Please actually level up something, though. Okay. You actually leveled something up. Cool. So... Nice. Nice. Pretty cool. Yeah. And Lucius is so dang fast. Anyone go up there and get some heals? Nah. Here, let's just, you know, give kind of some experience. There we go, sweet. But yeah. But it's very interesting switching between that and my car. Like switching from an old standard to a modern automatic. And, you know, I have to fasten my seatbelts in one. I don't in the other, because since there are none. But yeah, the features of it are just like things for comfort, like like I was saying, the pilot house cab. It's a lot of space on the inside. It was actually designed for tall people, which is really nice for me. I can actually sit up straight in it. My dad has a 1949 Mercury truck that we take out and about sometimes at our family's lake cabin. And that one, if I'm driving that, I do need to slouch down a little bit because I'm 6'2", and you know, the windshield is only, you know, like so wide there, so I kind of have to slouch down, otherwise I see like half of the ceiling and half of the windshield. But mine, the one that's actually designed for tall people with that whole pilot house cab and stuff like that, I can actually sit up straight and I have like a great view around me, and it's awesome. So I mean, I guess that's sort of a safety feature, is being able to have clear visibility and stuff. For some of the ones that were made in the States, some of the Dodges of like the same line, since the Dodges and Fargos were essentially the same, just different names. Some of them would even come with like corner windows to be able to like shoulder check and stuff like that. But those were never, apparently those were never made on Fargos. It would have been cool. It would have been cool to have something like that on mine, but my goodness, what a pain in the butt it would be to replace something like that. So I'm kind of glad that mine doesn't have that. But apart from that, I have pretty clear visibility. How hard is it to add a seatbelt? Probably not too much. The long bench that's in there as a seat, you know, is separated between like the seat and the back, so you could probably like put something through and then just like, I don't know. Would you attach a seatbelt to the wall? Would you have to drill it in or something like that? I don't know. I don't have any intentions of adding seatbelts. It adds novelty. Like mirrors, I absolutely had to add. You know, I'm not going without mirrors. But seatbelt, I think I'm good without seatbelt. I'm never gonna take it all that fast. You know, I'll take it slow. I'll be all safe and stuff. But yeah, level up. Well, and that's your final level that you're getting. All right, let's feed EXP to Canas now. All right, no rush here. But yeah, it's is fun though. I've started taking it to Taekwondo, just because like it's a short route that I'm comfortable with. Then I keep on breaking it in and stuff. So do I have another flux? Probably. I'll check here. Yeah, nice. And the first time I took it to Taekwondo last week, I was struggling to get it into reverse in the parking lot there. I was still having some trouble with the stick shift. Lately, I've not been having any problems getting into reverse, but man, and I wasn't having that many problems then either, but specifically when I was in the parking lot there, I really struggled to get it into reverse, and eventually I got it. But man, it took a lot of fighting it. And then I wasn't even quite lined up along the lines in the parking spot as much as I wanted to be. So I had to put it into first and then, oh, okay, you can't actually do any damage. So I had to go forward and then go back into reverse again. So Vita's gonna spawn here at some point, and I should leave Hector here for that reason. Just keep moving forward for now, I guess. Yeah, let's go this way. And after all this struggle in the parking lot and finally parking it, I go into the front of the dojang, and who happens to be there in the lobby having watched me struggling there, but the master of the dojang. So after I hadn't been there for a while and he sees me driving this and struggling in the parking lot, he didn't seem to mind. He just asked me how old the truck was. It's like, oh, 70 years old. Just recently got on the road there, and he seemed to think it was interesting. But yeah, he got to watch me struggle. But yeah, he might well have been. Might well have been. Might not have ever seen anything like that in the parking lot there before. And been like, what the heck? Who is this? Wait, it's Jake, you know. Something like that, I don't know. Oh yeah, Hector should keep on chilling back here. Methinks. And I checked underneath because I have that slight oil leak, so I was just like, I'm gonna check and make sure it's not too bad. I was leaking coolant. I was leaking some water and antifreeze. Antifreeze. Why'd I say antifreeze, or different pronunciations here? Anti, whatever. Maybe I'll just keep big chilling. I was leaking a little bit of coolant, and that was the only day that I've leaked coolant. Like, I wasn't, since I got home, and I haven't any days since. Just that day specifically, I started leaking a little bit of coolant, and I have no idea why. So I was a little bit concerned. And after class, I was telling one of my fellow students, like, you know, if I struggle to start this, and if I can't start it, you know, I'm gonna have to ask you for a ride home here. It's like, oh, no problemo. And the instructor that was teaching there, should I really farm? Hold on, how much experience will this get me? Ooh, a decent bit. I'm gonna farm here. I'm farming it. Wait, what are those guys? Druid, oh, okay. Last that I can't get there. Never mind. It's the exact same one, it just looks different. I was about to say Druid sound familiar. What's the one that I'm thinking of? I think I'm thinking of Conjurer from Sacred Stones or something. Nice crit. Anyway, the instructor was like, why wouldn't you be able to start it? Is it not all that reliable? I'm just like, it's just that it's old. It's just like, and then he's like, wait, is that the one that you've been working on? I was like, yeah. Would you like to see it? He was like, yeah, obviously. So, you know, it was pretty dark at that point since it's the last class of the day. And, you know, it was dark outside, but I was showing a little bit of it to both the student that offered to give me a ride there if need be, and to the instructor that was teaching. And they both thought it was really cool. I wanted to take some videos and stuff after I fired it up. But man, it's manual choke, manual throttle. So I was having trouble starting it for a while, and this one guy from a few houses down showed me like the golden place to have the choke at to start it, where it's only lets a little bit of air in, so it can actually ignite, but you know, as little air in is getting in as possible. And I have that marked with a Sharpie for where I need to pull the choke out to. So in the dark there, I literally needed to pull up my phone flashlight and pull out this knob until I saw the Sharpie mark, because it was dark. Yeah, not the kind of thing that I need to worry about with my car. Bit of a different thing, but I managed to fire it up. The student that I would have hitched a ride with lives around the same area anyway, so he was like, I'll just follow you home to make sure that you get home safe, which is really nice of him. So I had the escort home and got home just fine. And then going to Taekwondo this last week, I was gonna take my truck again. But the moment that I looked outside before leaving, I saw that it was storming. Like, it was raining really bad, so I was like, oh! Yeah, let's not. So I took my car. Because, yeah, probably not a good idea to have taken the, okay, well, it's something at least. To have taken the truck. So, yeah. I think that's all the truck tales. What other things do I have going on recently? I guess I can chat a little bit about the third degree black belt testing here with Taekwondo. So I first started testing for third degree black belt when I was 19 years old. I'm 24 now. Like, which can be chalked up to the fact that I got injured and stuck in physiotherapy for half a year. And then right when I started getting better, COVID hit, and then, you know, training was very on and off during that. And then ever since COVID started lightening up, like, my training has been very on and off with all the busyness that I've been dealing with since then. But now I'm finally committing back to, you know, going at least once per week. Preferably I'd go at least a couple times a week and, you know, try to get back into shape better, but try to go at least once a week in my busy schedule. Because it is important, it is healthy. I feel a lot better when I go and exercise and stuff. Is pretty nice. Yeah, kind of will just keep on getting level ups here. But on and off over the years, there's two things that I needed to do for a third degree black belt, two breakings. With every next degree of black belt testing, they always make you do two different breakings. One technical and one power. Oh, man. The power is always power back kick, where they make you break like so many boards put together in a stack with a back kick, which is one of the most powerful kicks that you can do. And then like some mid-air kick for technical, and it gets harder each time. So first degree black belt was like in the air, punch one side, kick the other side. Not too bad. And I went for that when I was 12 years old, and my power back that I needed to do was just 3 boards. Second degree is a scissor kick, so 2 kicks in midair, where side kick one side and front snap the other way. So like that, like a scissor, I guess, either side. And then I went for that when I was 16, and I had to do 4 boards for my power back. Then going for third degree when I was 19, if I had done it when I was 18, I would have had to do 5 boards for my power back, but because I was 19, they bumped me up to 6, which is the most they make anyone do, apparently. Apparently, if you bump it up to like 7, it just becomes darn near impossible so that they don't make anyone do it. So if I ever go for 4th degree, they'll just make me do 6 a second time. So I am doing the ceiling of what they'll make me do difficulty-wise with this. Nice crit, even though it means less experience for me, so maybe not so nice crit. And the technical was scissor rounders kick. So still the same 2, scissor, but then add in a 3rd kick at the end before you land. In the years on and off that I've been training since then, I have now passed the scissor round, which was a great feeling. Like, that's the one that I was really struggling the most with my injury there, with like my hips and stuff. Like getting that turning motion of getting the 2 at once and then quickly turning my right hip over to get that last one. Like, it was causing me a little bit of physical issues. So I'm really glad that that one's through. But I've still yet to pass that power back. And I'm going to be attempting it again tomorrow. After I haven't been training for a little while. So, we shall see how it goes. My parents were asking me, like, oh, are you going to be prepared for it? It's like, I don't know, probably not, but, you know, I may as well capitalize on any opportunity to retake it that I can get. Just keep on trying until I eventually get it, I figure. You know, keep on going at it. Sure, save the state. So, here's hoping. We shall see. I'm not getting any Vita spawning. Also, I'm starting to get really warm. So I'm taking off my stuff. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I am definitely a little bit nervous for it. But we'll see. Wait, what's this? Oh, if there's no more insane amounts of enemies coming out, you know, I can just, you know, wait this out. Nice. Yeah, if they just want to waste their uses on Kanas, that'd be great. They probably have a low chance of hitting him with how good his res is. Because apparently res is magic dodge in this game for like stabs and stuff. And magic in general, I think. I don't know. I remember reading about that or some such. So here, just waste your staff uses. Just waste them. Waste them all. That would be great. Nice. Now, there's no Vida spawning. I swear I did leave her alive in the one chapter. I just, took her Uber Spear. Sucks, man. Whatever. Sane's feeling a little bit sleepy again. That's fine, whatever. They've used up their things, right? Yep. Nice. Alright, Canas, go deal with this guy. Yeah. So are they gonna keep on coming down now that they've been baited out with their stabs? Nice. Yeah, so I might go do some shopping over there. Oh, you have far-ranged things. Meh, I don't really care that much. Doesn't matter too much here. Yeah, eclipses. So very low chance of hitting anyway. Here, let's just advance to get ready to do some shopping. Maybe Vida can hold onto some stuff for me. Maybe I should bait out some of these guys, and then hopefully Vida will come out. Silver Sword. No, I'd love to put Sane in there. I guess I can put Raven in here with a... not Axe. I could put Ellawood in here. And he can have the Lance and stuff. That sounds like a good idea to me. Yeah. Let's move on in here. Oops. Over we go. Yeah, Sane is just gonna nod off a little bit there. I was in debate of if I wanted to actually stream tonight or if I wanted to nod off. Because, early mornings for the past week, which I should be used to by now because of work, but, I don't know. I find it more draining when I have, like, school stuff that I'm working on and doing stuff at home as well because of that. Like, work is just, like, I go home and I don't have any homework and, I have the rest of the day to do whatever, at least. Okay. Okay. Well. Let's see here. Sure, go for it. It's not like this guy can get past. Alright, what kind of level up? He really likes leveling up his defense. Try it. Okay. Feed Canas the experience or give him staff experience? I'll feed him this. He can't do that much damage to these guys, and this is an opportunity where he can get the kills, so screw it, I'll take it. Okay. Neat. Yeah, we good. Maybe I should have some other Dudos down with Hector to deal with whatever other reinforcements are gonna appear there. Please. No. Hold on. Let's do this. My magic users will probably have a good chance of dodging it. I don't know, maybe I can get in your face and start attacking you. You can't do any damage back, so I have no reason not to, as long as... well, that's kind of scary. Silence. Sleep. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Nope. Yeah, give that experience to Ellawood. How about what we can do? I'm gonna send Bartray down there, I think. And Fiora in case of emergencies, maybe? I don't know. Do I need to have Hector, like, so many tiles away? If she's... maybe if I have him a little bit away and then she starts coming over here anyway. Might work out better for me. Maybe. Ow. Sweet. Very nice. Oh, this guy makes it down now, too. Awesome. Give Ellawood lots of Lance experience. Yeah, waste all your long-range things right now. Yes. This is what we like to see. Dang it. Alright, I'm moving in and killing you this turn. Because this is ridiculous. Yeah, I'll start distributing my restore staff uses here, I think. Can't quite get over there. I get Lynn over there. Something. Man, I only have to take one course of foreign language for your degree now? Just one course at all? Like, for the degree? Or just one course of foreign language in addition to other things, so taking Spanish. Nice. I took 3 years of beginner Spanish, and I kind of struggled with it, but it was kind of fun. But yeah, hello, Mortis. Good day, or well, it's night now. Yeah, now is night. Okay, I can probably get the kill here. If not, I can feed it to Canas. Okay. But yeah. Let's see here. But yeah. See the chat archive now? Oh, like being able to scroll up and stuff? Priscilla would probably be the safest one to bait out their bazillion things, right? Look at this. Yeah. One course of foreign languages have 2 alongside all other courses. Okay. Gotcha. I'm gonna shove Merlinus down here. I'm gonna do... Goodbye already talked about on the server. Yeah, I do hope that everything is able to turn around there. Like, you know, it's always a struggle when family members aren't doing all that well. Like, even my grandma recently has been in hospital, has been doing all that great. Sounds like she is doing a little bit better and will be able to go home soon, but, you know, I do know the worry of having family in hospital and all that in recent times. Okay, let's go ahead and pass it over and all that. Okay. Yeah, here's hoping. Hopefully he stays true to course there. Not even gonna try to use your stabs or anything? You weirdo. You hooligans. Should I move Kainos up there? Might be able to get a lot of experience if they're not using their bazillion stabs. Oh, cool. But yeah. Blazing Blade is going alright. There, finally! They were supposed to spawn like turn 6 to 8 or something like that. This is turned like, what, 30, 40 some? Here they come again, those little Lycian nobles. I'd love to take them on, but Prince Zephiel insists it was they who saved him. Pah, what's this world coming to? So I should be able to get a recruit there. This has been a map completely flooded with enemy mages. Like, it's a defeat all enemies map, and at the most there was like 50, 60 duos or something like that there. Maybe I needed to get so far in. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I will just move away with Hector. I need to talk to her with Hector. Just for safety in case some of them start going down there. Let's see here. Well, I guess if the one silences, it's not a big deal, as long as they're not using Berserk or anything like that. You know. Here, get some staff experience, because I think I'll be able to get some more stabs down there. Like, this is the chapter to stock up. Okay, there's no chance he kills me, so... Wow, he actually landed that. Surprising. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. But yeah, we are getting there. We're basically getting to the end game here. So we don't have a massive ton left to what needs to be done here. We are getting there. It's a single digits number of maps left. Absolutely, if this was Engage. No doubt about that. You know. And I would have been getting screwed by some of the hit rates earlier. Like, there were so many Dark Mages that I was dealing with odds of. They have like a 20% chance to hit you for like 20-some damage from some of these druids. And absolutely, that would have hit me like all the time if this was Engage. I have no doubt. Oh man, well, maybe Kanos won't be able to clean them up here. Please be a good level up. Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh. Okay, Kanos can't actually do all that much. Oh, yikes. Okay. Yeah, let's just do this. Then say... I don't know. Let's give this a go. He might get around and crit. He didn't, which means Ellawood is gonna schmoove in here. Nice. Whoa! Very cool. I can't do a whole lot here, though. So, like... Oh! Nice. No random crit. You love to see it. So we do this. Gauge RNG seems to follow the percentage chance more literally than others, since the odds usually aren't what the forecast says they are. Yeah. Like, this game is also usually the odds aren't what they say they are. Like, I don't know what exactly it is, but it does seem to be like fates in the sense that, you know, if it's more than 50%, it's extra more likely to hit than it reports. And if it's less than 50%, then it's extra more likely to miss than what it reports, is what it seems like. I don't think that this uses fates RNG, but it works like that, you know, if that makes sense. Okay, I don't want to move Merlinus too much up then. In that case. Alright, let me go ahead and go here. Humans are terrible at statistics. Yeah, that's fair. But man. Engage RNG. Like, I would much rather be playing a game with this RNG system than Engage's. I never want to go back to dealing with Engage's RNG system again. Like, if I want to deal with that, I would just be using weapons like Devil Axe constantly here. Oh my god. But he lived, we're good. Wait, okay. Hold on. Yeah. Absolutely there. But she'll just use the spear to attack from afar. Yeah, I can't quite loop around here. Oh, I can go around like this. So for Engage, find a mod that changes how RNG works. Yeah, that makes it better. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'd be down for a mod like that. I move forward. Consider 80% be heavily in our favor. If that remained 20% one, we would feel cheated. When in reality, nothing was added against us, just unlucky. Now, that's the way that it can be. But if it's engaged, that 20% chance of miss is more like 40%. What it feels like. But yeah, I know that is like the whole bias of, you know, the whole cognitive bias of that all. I really do not want to eat another attack from this guy. I do want to kill him, but it's a bit easier said than done. Here, I'll just do this. I don't think Raven's gonna have to worry about those flyers. I just don't want Vida to be in all that inconvenient of a position to get Hector to talk to her. You know. But yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, you're on Steel Axe. Yeah, maybe I'll start schmoving out here. Just don't go after Lucius, because Lucius will wreck you. So you better not. Don't do it. Hopefully these purge guys don't wreck me up here. Let's see here. Let's get kind of at the ready. I can dip into the little cubby here. I don't know. Something like this-ish. Merlinus can just chill there. Just chill out, live his best life. Wow, the EXP thief strikes again. This is a lot of flyers. Ooh, but we good? And then more reinforcements. Sweet! Alright, watch this now. Let's have a little bit of a chat. You. So we meet again, boy. Are your little playmates doing well? Take this! Whoa, hold on. My, aren't you quick to action? I like that. But I think you've got that axe pointed in the wrong direction. What? I'm not with the Black Fang. I serve only Burn. I'm here on my own personal agenda. Tell me, boy. Are you the one who stopped Prince Zephiel's assassination? How? Why do you ask? So it's true, isn't it? That settles it. From now on, I'm traveling with you. Now, hold on. You saved Prince Zephiel, so I owe you. Why do you owe us anything? I told you, I serve Burn. Prince Zephiel is our future, our hope. You saved him when he needed saving, and now I will serve you. You expect me to believe all of that? You don't trust me. My word. Of course not. Yeah, I see your point. Wait for me then. Black Fang and I are on opposite sides. I'll prove it to you right now. How about you just do shopping for me and stuff? Let's see here. I don't know why I didn't just loop around from the beginning. I have, yeah. Look at these things I can sell. Sweet. I'll be able to buy a whole bunch of stuff and then I'll load up on bows and it'll be awesome. Can Kenna deal with these guys super well? He's gonna run out of flux here soon, so I'm gonna need to buy him some more. I'm gonna need to do some shopping. Oh, and I don't want him to dig into his new thing. Yeah, you can get axe experience here a whole bunch. Just in case they attack you so much that one breaks. Where's Saint at? Here he is. You get some axe experience too. Something utterly horrific in your religion and magic class today. It's a class about anthropology. It's very interesting. Do you know that Aboriginal Australians weren't even considered human until the 80s? They were in books about fauna. You know, somehow doesn't surprise me though. What with you know, it was interesting in my history class that I took on the understanding of the body in the medieval period, where it was interesting the way that people viewed, the way that men, I should say, viewed women was just like, huh, so if God made man in his image, then that's what we are, that's what man is. But what are women though? Are they still a part of that? They're different. Are they even human? Are they lesser human? Like, that's what they thought back then. Different times, huh? Different times here. That is crazy to hear about. Oh. Fine, I'm not moving linen. Just chill here with your axe or something. Be ready to move in at a moment's notice. Well, they do live upside down. Yeah, that's a fair point. Alright, Saint will get his axe experience. You love to see it. You do love to see it. I still think the funniest part of the medieval body class, though, was the part where we learned about, like, some practices of monastery monks and, like, some rules that they would advise for them. And one of them, to put in my own words, was, cover your assholes, lads. We don't want the devil entering from your anus. And by the devil, we mean the other monks that are, you know, tempted by the devil. I still think that that's gotta be, like, one of the funniest parts. Alright. Let's see here. So, I don't know. Here, just do this. They have almost no chance of hitting him. But yeah, this is actually talked about in your anthropology class. Women were made as servants of man in the Bible, as Eve was made from the God's rib cages, image as Adam was made in God's image. I thought Eve was made from one of Adam's ribs. Something like that. Was it made from one of God's ribs? Is God considered to have ribs? Or maybe it's a, you know, maybe just a couple different accounts here. But in the medieval bodies class, I'm fairly certain that the way that it was told there was that it was like one of Adam's ribs. I'm gonna say Adam's ribs, okay. So, yeah, and we were discussing in that class where people used to think like, huh, so are they human? Are they just like a lesser man? Are they a part of a man? Are they part masculine? What's going on here? Sure, give it a go. A bunch of them will probably end up targeting him, but I can make a pseudo wall for fun. I don't know, Hector can't really gain any experience right now, so. I don't know, just bring my pseudo wall here like this. I'll do this, kind of needs the staff experience the most. Well, that. Maybe the original Hebrew wording was half instead of rib? Like half of him? And I remember there was a unit that we had on that class that was all about pain as well. I like this animation. Ah! Where it what exactly was it that we talked about again? Where it was like, we discussed whether Adam had to be like put under for like a rib to be taken out or something like that. I think it was discussed that he was put under for a rib to be taken out. So that was implied that he would feel pain by that. Or was it the other way around? Where it was implied that he didn't have to be put under. And therefore implied that as like a strong man, he could just take it. And that you should strive to be like him because of that. And men would strive for that because of that. Or something. I don't remember. I wish I recalled. It was honestly a fascinating class. It was kind of cool. Moving about. I still can't believe that my professor in the class was apparently one of the world's leading experts on Jesus's foreskin. Like, what an amazing thing to be an expert in, huh? You know, monk story says they have an oath of celibacy. They can't really partake in those desires. When a monk had to have a woman stay over for a night, Prince made him so, or he had to burn his head on a candle for 3 hours straight, so the pain would dissipate his arousal. Huh? That I haven't heard of in that class. I just remember them hearing about like, don't fall into the temptations by the devil of, you know, raping the other monks. You know, don't do it. Whoops, I did actually not mean to hit that. Okay, moving about. These reinforcements better dry up. Speed, speed, speed and strength. Dang it, whatever. Yeah, Elwood becoming quite the wall here. But yeah, that was quite the class. And yeah, I have another axe afterwards. Nice. But not quite gonna kill here. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's just see here. Let's continue to get some axe experience on Sane. This is a good opportunity for it. That's just the hand axe, so yeah, do this. You guys will live, that's fine. I guess I can get a little bit of... Nice! That's how we got strength and speed. Here, do this. I'll buy some more iron bows later. In the meantime, can you eat some purges? Because I'm gonna have to have these be dealt with here at some point anyway. May as well have it be now. I don't think he's gonna be moving. Just in case I'll be just inside of his range. But here, let's eat these purges and stuff. Right, essay on the Great Train Robbery from 1903, and did you know that 65 seconds of that 13-minute film is just sheriffs dancing in a tavern? I haven't actually heard of this at all before, so I wasn't aware that this was a film at all here. Here. I have things to sell. Look at this. Sweet! Yep. Don't sell that by accident. Alright, I can get so many heals and stuff. So should I stock up now? Stuff? Learn how to dance off and shot guns at the ground to add to the dance. Huh. Maybe I'll dip back to Merlinus first and sell some more stuff, because I only have so much space, you know. So I am gonna need to manage this effectively. I should have dumped some more of my convoy stuff into random party members in the back's inventories before this. Whoops. I should have bring up how funny this was in your essay. Look, now they'll waste their purges. And then it's dealt with. Sweet. I have no idea what slot I'm on, so I'm just doing that. Alright, bam. Let's get some axe experience over here. That my lads want. Give the lads dead axe. There we go. I think you guys can just like pull back now, I think. Yeah. You guys can't come all the way over anyway. Well, may have had the original gun barrel sequence. Yeah, the gun barrel thing James Bond does. That probably got that from the Great Train Robbery. I don't even know what the gun barrel thing James Bond does is exactly. Am I dumb? Not knowing this. What other things can I sell here? Because I only have so many inventories. Oh, only so much inventory space. We are basically in the end game now. I don't have to stock up too much on iron things. No, I can just start using some better stuff. I'm gonna want to buy some axes. Some iron ones of that. And iron bows. And some heal stabs. Maybe I'll buy a couple fire and then I have some choices and all that. There is elf fire there. I'm gonna need some stuff. I should just use these. Wait, I can sell these because I'm not going to promote anyone else with them. So I have no need. I have no need of it. Give me some of these door keys as well. Here, I'll sell some stuff there. Points a gun at the camera to shoot. Cool stylized intro. Okay. So it's like that. I gotcha. No, don't run away. Get back here, darn you. Nice. What we like to see. Yeah, so we'll clear this map first try. Well, with a little bit of bending the laws of time because I ate a random crit. But I think it was just because of that one random crit, right? I'll get you later. Sane can run up and kill later on here. That's what he can do. Alright, let's see. Can we do this? Seems good. Do some more shopping. So, what all did they have here again? Yeah, a whole bunch of things there. Did I want any more silver weapons? I'll leave someone over by Merlin so I can check on the next turn. Sell some stuff. Get rid of it. I don't need it. Should I just get the more expensive stuff? Because I do have lots of gold now. You know, I have recovered from hiring what's-her-face? Farina, I believe her name is. But yeah, it was also the first film to have shots where people were recorded separately, but edited in post to give the illusion of simultaneous movement. Huh. This film is groundbreaking from a tech standpoint. Sounds pretty cool. Saying go kill him on the next turn, I guess. So, here. So I definitely want some iron axes. I'm good on silver swords, I think. I can get all sorts of other spicy swords. I don't need everyone that uses swords to use silver swords. I can use spicy other things. Like, I'm good on the iron swords. I think maybe I'll get one iron lance. But that's it. Like, that should be pretty good. I'll get several iron axes and several iron bows. You know. Should I just decide who to give my boots to here? Should be Hector or something? Is there anyone specifically that would be especially important to give the boots to? Because I need the inventory space, and otherwise it's just going to go unused for the playthrough anyway. Here, I'll deal with this stuff afterwards. This is an armory. I buy and sell all manner of things. Just making sure. I do have the silver card, right? Yeah, that's silver card prices. Comedy class in the last play was read. That was read was The Birds, which is an amazing comedy. It's just called The Birds? I'm good on that. Wait, do I want silver lances? I'll decide on the next turn here. Because I don't exactly have a lot of space. Huh. Interesting name. How about die? Get out of here. Are they out of purges? Alright, they're about to be. So let's see here. I'll buy a silver lance, I guess. Let's see here. It's an armory. Buy and sell all manner of things. What would you like? Give me that. I'll buy one iron lance. Yeah, it's despite its fantastic elements, very grounded and realistic actions by the characters. Sounds like it may be interesting. 2, 3, 4, and then I'll start using spicier things. And iron bows, yeah, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5. So I can just start spamming these things. I think I'm good there. So what am I at now? Okay. I can just fill up some inventories directly. Some judos that need this, right? I'll drop some stuff off. Like, you can just hold on to a lightning too. Maybe I'll grab some more stuff to sell. Maybe what I'll do here. I'm not gonna need this anymore. I'm not gonna need this anymore. So let's just make some inventory space for Vida to give stuff. You know. But yeah, old Greco-Roman play. So it's been around some time. Alright, player phase. Nice. No more purges. Here. Ah, yes. Someone needs to take crap out. Oh, man. Well, doesn't this just suck? Give me a couple of those, I guess. So... any other things that I can sell here real quick? I can just use the boots on someone and then I'm good. I don't need this many lockpicks. I don't need this many vulneraries. Maybe I should start moving Sane down. So let's see here. Let's just sell these. Get out of here. There we go. I need space for crap. Man. Who should I give the boots to? Hector's probably pretty worthy, right? I can't go wrong with him. He is one fine man. He is deserving of some fine boots, right? Well, I didn't really play this into my strategy here. What about that angelic robe? That angelic robe raises HP, right? This is basically all my main party here, so I may as well use it on someone here. Hold on. No, dang it. Whatever. Hold on, let's see. Hector use the boots. Oh, it's 2 points, it's not 1? Whoa. Hector could zip and zoom then. I'm fairly certain we'll be able to promote him after the next chapter. And then, you know, he'll be able to zip and zoom and then get a bunch of experience and stuff, and it'll be awesome. Right? That makes sense, right? I'm giving him the boots. Now he can zoom. Who wants more HP? 36, 33, 52, or I guess 53 there, looking at the wrong number, 42, 37. Alright, use an angelic robe on you because your health was really low. 43, 53, 43. Could give it to Elwood, make him even more of a wall. 48. Like, just in case for when Lucius receives some physical attacks, it might not be a bad idea on him. So 33, is that also my lowest max HP right now? Yeah. Congratulations, Lucius, you are the winner of this giveaway. Here you go. Use it. Bam! There we go, 40 HP he can have now. Sweet! Alright, and, yeah, was there more stuff that I wanted to sell here? Because I'm not using all of this. I can hold on to one of each just in case. I have elixirs and stuff if I really need them. Are there even any more Fog of War maps? Just take that. I definitely am not going to go through all these lockpicks. There's no shot. Yeah, I can shove this stuff back in now. But yeah, I'll go do some shopping and just directly give stuff to people, I think. So, yeah, I purchased all the main, like, physical weapons that I want. I'm fairly certain. Here, just get rid of this stuff. Lockpicks go for a decent smidge when you manage to steal them, huh? Alright. So then, I'll take this fire. Just need the one there, I think. I'll take 2 fluxes. I'll take a lightning. Let's go give them to people. A sec here. We did some shopping. Yeah, my turn count. I'm just not gonna care. Oh, and then I can also buy some more tomes and just directly give them to you there. That's what I can do. Alright. Let's see here. You can have this like you'd like. Thank goodness there was a place that you could shop in this chapter. I'm very grateful for that. Here you go. Have fun. So I have the 4 slots. I can also give a couple things there. Anyone else have inventory space that I can dump some stuff in? Yeah. I can take out some things. Here. Let's make some space. So grab another iron sword. Lynn would not mind now doing this, how about? Here we go. Like that. And over here. Here we go. Or I guess, in case I really need it, I can now do this. Yeah. Something like that. There we go. Move Ellawood in later. Hold on. Let's sort what inventories we can here first. So who still has space? Yeah, apart from Ellawood there. I'll buy you a couple tomes. Yeah, so get out of here. Get out of here. Shoot. Just take something. Take some kind of an axe here. Take the brave axe out again. There you go. Or I guess I could have taken out an iron axe now that I have some. I can do that before the next thing, Bob. So I now have, how many slots of space here? 7. Okay. I can buy a couple things to give right to, you there. So let's see here. I can get, couple Elfires. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Is this just better here? It's more damage. Less hit rate. More weight. I don't think Lucius is gonna carry that much. Screw it. Let's start using shines instead. Lightnings. Can I get some more? Okay. Let's see here. Here, just take these for now, so I can get 2 more slots if I really want it. Let's see. So, yeah. Here, you can just hold on to some of my random crap here. I don't plan on selling this, but let's just do an inventory here. So I have lots of heal stabs, and there's all this stuff. Cool. Like, this is just what Priscilla can use. She's fine. Yeah. Lucius is good. He can spam a whole bunch of shine. Yeah. I think kind of should be good for the rest of this playthrough, too. He has a few in his inventory, right? He has a couple now. If not, I'll try to figure out a way to get some more. Yeah, I'm good on bows for the rest of the game, I think. I have a couple iron bows there, and then, you know, I'll dig into some of this stuff. It's fine. Yeah. I mean, if I take some stuff out here, it just means I can buy more spicy things. How about you hold on to some spicy things for me? Like I have some characters already doing in the back. I can buy some more spicy shit. I like being able to buy some more spicy shit. Hold on. Yeah, you're good. Let's see. So, yeah, how about I do this? Yeah, and now there's no more space, right? There's a full rearrange your things. Okay, this is fine. I could have sorted out my inventory a little bit more before starting this map, but this worked out okay, I think. So, gotta need to get into your guys' range, huh? Yeah, before I screw everything up. Let's see here. Start moving forward. Oh yeah, now that I have lots of heal stabs, I can have Canas actually work on his staff there a decent bit more. Lucius is gonna get to A here pretty soon. But yeah, so maybe I should actually have Canas spam heals then. I was kind of semi-conserving it before because I was concerned about running out of heal staff uses. But you know, I can do it now. I don't think Mr. Dudo's gonna come on down to Funky Town, so let's just... Yeah. I wouldn't be doubling that guy anyway, so let's just burn through this flux. Yeah. Get staff experience and experience. Oh. Lucius may as well get the experience here. Not like Canas can heal himself. Let's not have anyone go on the forts to heal themselves. Alright. Oh, they don't even come on down. What hooligans. Alright. Just keep slowly inching forward here then. And you have Thunder equipped. Move people in who can get heals, even if some of them are just missing 1 HP because they got HP on level up. Yeah. Here we go. Get Sane ready to move in there. Some of my characters ready to move in there to assassinate him. Okay. And just move forward. Hector doesn't need anything. Lida's not missing anything. Not move her in range where the mages can still attack her, just in case they do decide to come down. You know. Yeah, I don't think they're interested. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't it going to level up soon? But I'm thinking of Lucius. Also, you have Light Brand. Okay, so just don't step within a couple tiles there. Alright, do it, Sane. Kind of hoping it would land so I could heal some. Well. Yeah, I'll feed them to Sane. Sure. He is one hungry boyo that would love axe experience and regular experience, too. Alright. Get him! Get him with the big smacks. I'm gonna have to do a lot of inventory management after this chapter. Of course, now things start missing. All these were landing before, I swear. Alright. Now we have the approaching victory kind of tune here. Alright. Let's get in here. Let's move in. Get in here, Merlinus! You're part of the squad. Yeah, I should wait another turn so I can have Canas in here. Like, his res can't be that good. He's not gonna be hitting that hard against someone that has good res themselves, right? Oh, his res is actually better than his defense, wow. Never mind. Alright, maybe I'm not giving it to Canas. Let's see here. I want bow experience. Okay, just go for it. That is not who you are. It's too late. I will avenge my brother's death, one by one. You. Ah, magic. Oh, wait. I just want to see. I'm just going to save into a different slot here and see if there's unique dialogue here. You there. Who are you? Marchiosia's brother, Hector. And you, lout? Black Fang Commander's son, Lloyd Reed. You remind me of my brother. Something about you. Huh? What are you talking about? My brother, whom you killed. My brother, Linus. It's none of your business. I have a brother, too. If someone killed him, I would make sure his killer paid dearly and suffered long. Well spoken. If you don't want to give your brother cause to mourn, you'd best fight well. Hear yourself. Ah. Well, dang. I just wanted to see if there was dialogue there. So any with Ella Wood here. He's gonna double me, but whatever. We meet at last, Ella Wood. Hold on, let's talk. I'm Lloyd Reed, son of Brendan Reed. My brother, Linus, whom you killed. longs for you to join him. Prepare to die. Wait! Stab! Oh, at first I thought that was a crit animation, but he has a 0% chance of critting. It is a pretty cool animation, though. His face, it was so cool that I thought it was a crit. Sure. He's pretty tough. Let's see here. Not like you can do any damage back here. Here, just do this. I could just move my magic users in, and then what's he gonna do? Realistically. Not a whole lot, I don't think. I'm probably gonna miss it, but let's try. Oh, well. But yeah. One engage mode makes horse manure purchasable? What? What? What did I just read? I guess you guys will be fine to survive another round here. Sane, maybe not. Maybe Sane can just chill here. Here, I'll do it next turn. I should be fine. Ah, all the sniffles. Wants to go after Ellawood. Oh, yeah, Ellawood was only A-okay because one of them missed. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do about this. Too late, I'll avenge my brother's death one by one. Ow. So it's fair game for me to move Ellawood in. Heck, there he is. Just not attack this turn. Okay. Getting up the weapon experience there. Bit by bit. Firearm engage mod makes horse manure purchasable. Oh, that's one of the mods that people have made. Crazy. Whoops, I didn't actually mean to attack. Whatever, I can heal with Priscilla, it's fine. As long as it heals him to basically full. Yeah, I'm on Thunder. Just checking here. Well, I'm missing 3 points of health, so I should be good, because I survived with 4 before, so, like, we good. And then mod reverses the Emblem acquisition? Huh. Okay. Now just chill out. I'll get some enemy phase damage with whoever. Yeah, I'll live with 1 HP. Nice. Thank goodness he can't crit. Imagine if I wasn't using save states and Sane died here. Okay. Can't go wrong with strength and speed and all that. Alright, well. Let's see here. Bow experience. Pew! Whatever bow experience I can get. Bow experience. If you can hit him. Well. Okay, well. He's Sane. Oh, Sane, you goober. Candace would love to work on some staff stuff, though, so let's do this. Ha! You are healed now! Time is it? It's just past midnight. It's fine enough. Alright. So... Wait. Oh, that'd be perfect then. Oh, that'd be great! There we go. Maybe I can give it to Ellawood. He wouldn't mind that if he lands a 68. Get him! Let me at last, Ellawood. Nice. More waiting, Linus. I'm coming. Please. Watch it, it's gonna be like a +1 in luck. Okay. Nice. Wait, did I have space in my inventory for that? Because I don't think there was Merlin a space. Wait a second. I guess I didn't need a seize. I just needed to defeat everyone. I had to do a Dimitri and kill every last one of them. Brother. Why? Why did it have to come to this? I don't understand. Lord Athos? When did you arrive? Just now. I warped in, you know. The thing that's hip with the kids nowadays, this new warp technology. I was watching you in my scrying crystal. You don't want to know what other times I'm watching. I know everything about you. The most important thing is that you've made it here. That's true. Why didn't you just magic us here in the first place? What would that have proven? You cannot hope to succeed if you cannot trust your own strength against, like, 80 magic guys, as more Tunos kept spawning in. But yeah, hello, Karma Haunts. Your opinion on Sacred Stones? I don't know, I've never beaten it. It's very ahead of its time. It's a fun Fire Emblem game. Your own power must drive you. That is the most important thing. Now then, shall we go? Underground, where Bramamond awaits. Bramamond? One of the 8 legends? Is that who you're talking about? That's right. Of the 8 legends, only Bramamond and myself remain. Your journey was a bit of a test, I'm afraid. I had to see if you were worthy of wielding a legendary item. Legendary item? That's right. It's a weapon that we, the 8 legends, use to defeat the dragons. With it, you will be able to sever Nurgle's power at its roots. Weapon to defeat Nurgle. The legendary items are sealed in lands across this continent. The only one capable of removing those seals is Bramamond. Now, if only we will be granted this one request.